Alright, Wagwizzy, man.
Yo, we back, bro. Happy New Year to all, the fans and supporters. We back with a non-special episode. What episode is this?
Let me check, man.
Oh, we back. We're back and better. 2024. About to be serious. We're gonna blow. Is it just gonna happen?
No homo.
No homo. Y'all chill out. But today we'll be talking about something a little different, We're talking about like mythical.
Hold up. What episode is this? What the fuck? Why is
This shit
Episode 11.
So we're at 11, right?
Yeah.
We're back. Episode 11, non-special podcast. Today we'll be talking about something a little different, bro. Ken, what are we talking about today, man?
Myths and legends, bruv.
We're going back, though. We're going back. We're looking at some myths and legends.
Now, who started? Me or you?
I
think you gotta take this one.
Okay, I can start it off. All right, so let's take it back a little bit. So you ever heard about the Mayan civilization?
Maybe I have.
The Mayan civilization. So the Mayan civilization was back like around 1500 BCE.
Mm.
So this civilization, like from what they say, right, was like way ahead of their time. So that's what we thought, right? Because this is like back, this was back when they were like spears and like stuff. That's what they were hunting with. Like that's what we thought they were like.
They were like hunter gatherers.
Yeah, hunter gatherers, right? We thought they were
not really. They had civilization, but they didn't have like fucking horses and shit like that.
No. It wasn't nothing like that.
I don't even think they had like the cart, like no wheels. Yeah. They just doing everything on foot.
Yep. But these guys were like so ahead of time. Like they were like crazy in math. They created zero. Like they determined like zero.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. That's an Indian thing.
Alien?
It's an Indian thing. Yeah,
that's what they say. I'm just saying what I seen for the, when I was researching. But that's what they say, right? And they're like good at astronomy. They had their own calendar, like like 365 days with the lunar and the sun.
I think it's their calendar that we use right now. The reason that people thought the world was going to end in 2012 is because that's the year that their calendar ended.
Yeah. They were talking about that too. But like the Mayans, like they were so like good in like architect and stuff, like their buildings and like they had like a city, right? So they had like a bunch, like 150 cities. Like it's crazy, right? But their cities were so like well put together. So they had, let's say, a temple or some kind of like main structure in the middle of their city, right? And then they were smart enough to like create roads that connected, let's say, houses, what's it called? Or like religious places, all of them together. Which leads to the capital. Or like the
basically
big,
like city planning, like modern city planning.
Yeah. They had that. What was the other stuff? And they're also talking about like how, isn't it crazy how there was so much of them, right? And they kind of like disappeared. Or like...
They have theories for that shit though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that too.
Yeah.
But like, they kind of like disappeared. And like the Mayan civilization was like today now it's like in northern like Guatemala and like Mexico and stuff. That's where it's like located right now, right?
Yeah.
But like people would say that, I'm getting to the theories, right? People would say that, other like
aliens,
foreigners, not even aliens, but like foreigners, like other people came in, bring diseases, all of that, natural disasters and stuff like that, drought. This is something like 100-year drought, some crazy stuff. We don't know, but like saying all that stuff, and they just kind of like migrated to other places, right? That's what we get, like Mexicans and Latinos and like all like
I said Latinos,
Latin people, Latin America and all that, right? So I was listening to that, I'm like, yo, what do you bag it though? When you look at the other like civilizations that before, like things with Sumerian, you know about the Sumerian civilization, and even looking at like Rome and like the Roman Empire, how they fell and all that. There's always a point where civilization falls, right? Like you know. You think we're getting to that point where we're about to fall? But look back, yo. Nothing lasts forever, man. Like
one of the main things that we talk about, it's not one of the main things, but one important thing that we do talk in the Anthro class is that empires will rise and fall for however long, right?
Yeah, fam.
But then like the Khoisan, the people in Southern Africa, this people group, they've been hunter gatherers for 100,000 years. There's no empire that's ever lasted that long.
100,000 is crazy.
Yeah, right.
That's a long ass time.
It's crazy stuff. So that's the most sustainable way to live is to go fucking find your food type shit. Because the more we grow, at some point, the growth is going to stop. And all that shit's going to collapse. Even now, we see it today, too, with the U.S. and stuff like that.
Yeah, fam. Even look at, like, countries like... look at Haiti, bro. Haiti at one point was, like... It wasn't that bad, you know? Then now it's, like... It's unlivable. People live, but, like, you know what I mean? It's, like...
People will live anywhere.
Yeah, but, like...
Yeah, it's not like everyone's going to just move out.
People cooked it. Like, I swear they did something...
They've been cooked it. No, it's been cooked since, like... You know how they fought for their freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Haitian Revolution and shit like that.
Then they stopped,
No,
like...
the craziest shit I've ever learned about that is that they had to pay France for freeing themselves.
Yeah, I think they put like sanctions on them or something.
No, it's like they had a debt because they were a French colony, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had to pay for their freedom type shit. And I don't even think they were finished paying until like recently. Like 80s, 90s maybe.
That's why, man. Their economy is...
That's why their economy is cooked because they be making... It's not like they're not making money, right? They just have to give it away. And they keep getting occupied by like the U.S. and bullshit like that.
That's what I'm saying, fam. Like, imagine, man.
Even now, I'm pretty sure there's like a fucking peacekeeping force going in to Haiti.
Peacekeeping?
Yeah. I think Kenya is the one that's leading it though, like militarily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like the Mayan, I find it interesting stuff. Even like looking into like how they built their structures, right? Like their temples and whatever, right? We from now, like right now, we would think that they wouldn't have the intelligence to do that, right?
Mm.
Like we think it's like some kind of like extraterrestrial kind of like things happening, right? Cause like how would they like precisely like like the amount of manpower you need to like do it too is like
the thing that I think
is
that people like if you see if you've seen some people do that shit in Europe, you wouldn't think no ways about it. Like people were doing that shit in Rome, like the Colosseum and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
No one cared. It was like just people doing people things. But then you do it in Egypt, right? Or you do it in the New World, the Americas. They're like, yo, these people can't do this shit.
Yeah.
They don't got the brain power. But you got to think about it like
Bagged.
This has probably been happening for hundreds of years, right? It's not like they built that pyramid in like fucking 20 years.
Yeah, it probably been. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Thousands of people, even if they didn't have a lot, like you said, right? How most of them disappeared. Early accounts say that there's probably millions of people there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. There was a lot of them.
So hundreds of thousands of people working on that shit over the course of 100, 200 years. Of course they're gonna get that shit done.
Facts. And that's a good point you brought up still, but like, if it was like in the Europes, like people wouldn't like really like, you know, they think okay, it could be done. But just because like
just because we're colored.
Those guys, they can't do that, you know. It sucks, man. Like, it sucks. There was some theory that was going on, like saying like how the pyramids and stuff. They said that people there's some stupid theory, but like it's all fake, fam.
What do you mean?
They're saying like it's fake, like it's just you see how like they did the moon landing, whatever, and we know that.
It's like that?
Yeah, they're saying like it's put together. It's not really like factual. I think
you just gotta go to Egypt.
That's what I'm saying. Go see. Go touch it if you can. If it's real, it's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fam, some crazy things.
These white people, fam. They're cooked.
And their man was bringing like pictures of like some lady. She was smiling. I'm like, bro, she's smiling. She got smile. Like some weird. Like, fam, they're going out for nothing. I'm like, you guys killing me though. Yeah, the Mayan civilization though. Pretty cool. And they were like, I think they were like a warrior type of kind of like people too. But they had religion too, but like they said that like something was going on where they were like giving off human sacrifices, right? Yeah. Because I don't know, people were speculating that like I don't know someone doing that.
People do that shit.
Yeah. And they found like a cave that like just bare like humans like bare bone, bare human sacrifices. I was like, wow, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah, some cultures be doing that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy that religion like just keeps going, you know. Oh, and the Mayan people, they had their own like writing system.
Yeah.
Yeah, they created their own writing system, the unique one, like hieroglyphics and stuff. And when I was thinking about it, like, how do people like know like what they're saying with
like hieroglyphics?
Us right now, yeah.
I think it's more like it's what do you mean with us right now?
like, how do we decipher like what they're saying?
I think with the Egyptian, there was like two. You can trace the evolution from like the hieroglyphics to like modern Egyptian, right? So they just work backwards. And plus, you have translations from like other texts. Like I think the reason that we know what Egyptian hieroglyphics mean is because we had like actual like I think Coptic is what it's called, what the actual language, and then they had translations of that in Greek, and we obviously knew Greek already, right? Yeah, they just translated it backwards. But with the Mayans, I think their language is lost type shit.
Nah, I think some people still speak it.
Some people, like a few people.
Yeah. So maybe they get from them. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
But 100% they don't use those hieroglyphics no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like the ABCs and shit.
They're going crazy in my life. But nah, they use that to like keep records and stuff. Like, you know, that's pretty cool, man. What you got, though? What you got for us, man? You got the crazy one, bro. I wasn't trying to show me, bro.
What do you mean? I was trying to...
What you got, man?
I had to just give you a little fucking highlight. All right. So basically, right? 1864. This is one English guy.
Yeah.
And he has this theory of a continent under India. See the Indian Ocean?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's a huge continent there connecting Madagascar and India. And the reason he thought that was because lemurs are Madagascar and they're in India, but they aren't anywhere else. So he theorized that these places had to be connected, innit? So he came up with the idea of that continent. See, nowadays, obviously, we don't think that's real, right?
Yeah.
Pseudoscience type shit. Because we, like, back in those days, that was before they knew about continental drift. So they didn't know that these places moved over millions of years, right? But people living in South India right now, right? They have, in old literature, they have poems and stories about this old civilization, innit? So they come to hear this idea because obviously India at the time was a British colony, right? And obviously if someone's making theories about where you live, you're gonna like, you know?
Yeah.
You're gonna come to find out about it at some point. So they hear about this theory, right? They're like, oh my God, this is where the old civilization was. But most people nowadays, we know that's just not true. But if I was talking to my mom about this, even she was talking to me like it was true. Right? And if I showed you, like, I'll try to put it on the green screen.
Yeah.
Like a picture of what the continent looks like. It's massive, bruv. Bigger than Russia. I looked it on. If you look it up on Google Maps, it covers almost the whole Indian Ocean.
So it's under the water, yeah?
You can't go under the water. That's the thing. And nowadays we have like radar and stuff to see how low the ocean floor is, right? Most of the Indian Ocean isn't that high. Like, you can't. It's not gonna get washed down like that. But you know what I think it is? See how back in the day we had more land on Earth because we had more ice?
Yeah.
So basically, right? Those cities, like just a small number of cities on the coastal regions of India that went underwater. You get what I'm saying? So people were there. That shit goes underwater, but they come to like link these two ideas of their old history and then this one idea that this one English guy brought up. Get it? It's crazy stuff still. This is before. I think this is all of this happens before like recorded history. So we don't really have evidence of people in India or in South India at that point. But obviously they have like oral traditions, right, that they pass on. Yeah.
That's mad. One's connected, yeah. I think
I think civilization in a lot of places goes back a lot further than we actually give it credit for.
Definitely.
Like even in the Americas with the Mayans and stuff like that, we say, I think the accepted theory is that people only got there like 10, 12,000 years ago, right? But then like we keep pushing that timeline back 20, 30,000 years. People have been in the Americas. That's a long ass fucking time.
Yeah, imagine what it looked like back then.
Yeah, for real. I think they found like some footprints in some like tar sands, 20,000 years old, bro.
We don't know. History is a crazy thing, you know? When you actually think about it, it's like, we're not even.
Because like
we're like
we can't verify anything. You know, it's all speculation unless we have like books and shit. But before we had fucking paper, how the fuck are we gonna tell?
We just word account, whatever the man said. Passed on, I guess.
Oh man. But then like when it comes to Europe, it's like those motherfuckers would accept anything.
The Europeans, man. Damn, they
cooked
should have
us.
stayed put, man.
Nah, I don't
They're
think
just
so.
greedy. Nah,
Because you never know. You never know what would happen if they had stayed put.
Yeah, they've been.
Like, imagine it was fucking like Chinese folk that went out. We all speaking Chinese right now.
That'd be crazy. I'm not speaking Mandarin. Everyone's speaking Mandarin. Imagine with the Africans though. If they're the one to go, you know what, fam? It's like, you know.
Could have been anybody, bro.
Anybody, bro.
Could have been the natives.
Facts. They could have came over.
They go east. They discover the old world. It's mod still. Anything could have happened. Type shit.
What's your second one? You got a second one?
I was gonna talk about the Wendigo.
The Wendigo?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not from the native thing, right?
Yeah.
Let me hear about that.
Let me hear about that.
Bring that back.
So you know it's from the Great Lakes region? So I'm thinking like it's some shit that they would talk about up north, right? Like Yukon, the Northwest Territories type shit. This shit is in our neighborhood, bro. Like they would talk about it, like
What the heck?
yeah. I didn't know that, because it always like slips my mind that we have like native people here too.
Yeah, we do.
Or like there used to be native people here. When I think about natives, I think about motherfuckers in the fucking Nunavut, right? Or I think about people in the U.S., but never like just like the
Like
most
in Toronto,
densely,
right?
like Toronto, New York, like just like the mid part of the continent. You don't really think of natives. But yeah, the Wendigo is a Great Lakes like around here type of theory. So basically, right? The theory is it's not really a monster. Like in modern renditions of it, you would see it with like the what is it called? Like a deer head, like a skull. It's covered in fur, and I think it would depend on the type, which myth, like where the myth came from and which tribe it came from.
Yeah.
But the most accepted theory is that it was basically a person.
Man.
Skin was mad, like you would only see its bones. It's
skinny, yeah?
yeah, you skinny as fuck, 'cause it's fucking starving.
Yeah.
It'd always be eating, but it would never satisfy the hunger. Right? So a person who would allow themselves to fall to their hunger, right? Say real hard winter, you eat a family member, or maybe it wasn't even like something real hard for you. Maybe you just decided to do it one day. Just the person that fell to that. What is it? How would you call that?
Temptation.
Temptation, yeah. Just the person who fell to that temptation would become a Wendigo, and they wouldn't even like change and go live like change into a monster. They would live amongst you in your tribe. They would eat regular food. They would be hanging out with you like they're homies.
And then they pack you.
Yeah. And then they go pack you. They kill your family type shit. I was watching this story about, I don't know if it was an actual myth. I'm pretty sure it was an actual myth, right? But it was meant for kids to watch it. Basically, this hero, right? The tribe knows they have a Wendigo among them, but they don't know who it is. So they call this hero. This guy pulls up. He's moving like John Wick. Like the man starts. Like the way the man explained it was so funny. The tribe leader is talking to him. The man said no words, just cut out. He said a pre and everybody just watching him. Like he didn't say nothing. So he left the village, but he stayed close by so he can watch what everyone's doing, right? Like watch their movements and stuff like shit like that. Huh? Yeah, he's moving like Batman, yeah. And there was this one family, so it wasn't just one person; it was a whole family.
Mod.
Yeah, it's one family, and they were doing everything fine, right? But he just noticed like something was off about them, like their mannerisms and shit like that. So one day, like he just decided it was them. Like he didn't have no proof. He just knew like it was these guys. He just thought they were weird. So one day, like he was observing them, right? And the family, I think it's 3 boys. I think 4 boys, a mom and a dad. They're kind of old. The mom and dad are a bit older though. Yeah. Okay. So one day the boys go off hunting like as they usually do, right? Like hunter gatherers. That's how they live. And the pops, he goes to this beaver den because he wants to go catch the beaver. So this guy, the hunter, he disguises himself as an old skinny man, right? He's like, "Yo, broski, let me help you hunt this beaver real quick." And the pops is thinking like, "I'm gonna go pat this kid up."
Man trying to team him.
Yeah, he's trying to scheme with the man, yo. So the pops goes. He's like, "Yo, let's go meet back at dusk see if the beaver's here, right?" So the pops goes. He tells his family, he's like, "Yo, this this weak motherfucker just pulled up. We're gonna go. You're gonna
We're
go
eating
plot.
tonight.
Yeah, they're plotting on them. But the sons know, like, yo, the hunt. They heard about the hunter being in the village,
Yeah.
and they're like, yo, this might be a little risky. Still, the pops like, nah, fuck that. We're going. So they go. They're thinking. The pops is thinking he's gonna see some weak guy over there, right? The man standing. He's looking. He's like his regular self. And he tells them, I don't know why, like they didn't just bang out from the beginning, but the man tells them, like, yo, go get some sticks. Like, he's like, yo, go. Like,
arm yourself.
Like the hunter,
Yeah.
he hid some sticks in the forest, right?
Yeah.
To like to catch the beaver, like start a fire or whatever. I don't know. So that he tells his sons to go get the sticks, but he puts the sticks in like different like distances from like where they were. So all the sons come back at different times.
Yeah.
So as they're gone, he packs up the dad. Like, the man says, yo. So they're on a lake. They start chiseling at the lake to make a hole, right? So someone can dive in and go into the beaver den. So the man starts drinking some water. The man's like, the guy's like, yeah, I know you're hungry. Go take a sip. Right?
Well, your boss.
So the man takes a sip. Boom, straight in his back. He stabs him in his back. Pops is dead. He puts him in the beaver den, right?
Oh my days.
And then the sons come back one after the other. They all get slapped.
This guy's Batman.
They all get slapped up.
This guy was camping the body.
Yo, the story just gets crazier, fam. Wait.
Was camping
So he
to
puts
kill
them
him.
all. He puts them all in the beaver den. So, right, and there's still, and he waits in there
Yeah.
because there's still one more. The mom is still here.
Oh, my.
He didn't get her yet. And she's not coming till later. So she pulls up after the sun comes up, right? She's waiting for her sons. No one's there. So she checks the beaver den. Whole family's packed up. And the guy's just waiting there.
Like, come here.
Nah, but it's not just her though. Apparently the sons have wives, right?
And so all of them are in it too?
No. I think two of them were captives. Like they were held against their will. But the other two were monsters too. So he packs them all up.
You better get tired, man. That lineage just gone.
Yeah, but so after he kills everybody, right? He gets the two captives. Like, yo, you know what we got to do. So I think the way that you would get rid of a Wendigo is you would cut them up, right? Cut their body into pieces, like arms, legs separated, and you would throw everything into a fire, right? And the thing about a Wendigo, they would say that the heart was made out of ice, so everything, the whole body would burn away, but the heart would still be there because it's so cold, right? And you'd have to keep the fire going until the heart's, yeah.
Yo, that was funny, but like, that was mod still.
Yeah.
Man packed the entire lineage, man.
No, it's a crazy
What's
myth.
this guy, Hunter? What's that name?
He's
man?
a hunter. I forget his name. It's some hard name to say. Like I didn't want to butcher it.
So he's just like a hunter. Like he was like meant for like hunting them.
Yeah. You know those.
He's like a
natives-
bounty.
You know those natives are crazy like that.
Yeah, he's like a bounty.
They
yes.
pull up, fucking God knows what they're like wearing some fucking the bear skin and shit.
Bear skin still, man. Waiting, man. Like,
The way he packed them up was insane. Like the animation was mod.
that's-
Because they weren't even like, it's not even like one guy came and then like he kills him first and then he waits for the next guy. No, they're all running, but like they're all running one behind each other.
mod.
So you actually boom them like Batman. Yeah.
This guy's going crazy. You have to show me that video. So
Yeah, I'll send you the video. It's mod.
I remember.
It's a crazy myth though. Still, just
Yeah,
think
the
about
Wendigo.
it.
Yeah, you told us before. You mentioned it before. I remember.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the next one. This is like it's a myth too. It's like a scary type of myth, whatever, from South Africa. The Zulu people. And that's what it's like.
Shaka Zulu.
So basically, it's like a creature called a Tolokoshi. So it's like it's a spirit that takes form. It's like a little gremlin kind of thing. But based on like, what you said, like different parts of Africa, it could be big or small, whatever, right?
Well, let me tell you about the Wendigo thing before you go. There's a certain part of the myth in some tribes. They say the creature would eat, right? And depending on how much it ate, it would get bigger, proportional to the size, like
Yeah,
how much it
right.
ate. So you ate like a baby, it would get a little bigger. You ate like a few people, it'd get really big, but like it's like a symbol. So no matter how much it would eat, it would always need more food. Yeah.
I said he gained XP. What the hell? Anyway, yo. Yeah, but like the Tolokoshi, right? It's basically like a little, like I was saying, a little gremlin kind of creature that was like in the Zulu clan or the Zulu people. But it was like a spirit that they used, or like what people used to say in the media, like they used it as a scapegoat for doing bad things. So like there was one account where this lady, she had like a couple sons or something, right? And they went to the doctor. Something happened to one of the sons, and they all went to the doctor. But the doctor ended up like checking all of them, right? And to find out like they had like needles or like needle pokes or like holes like all over their bodies, right? And basically the mom, they found out everything, right? And basically the mom was like, yo, it wasn't me, it was the Tokoloshi, whatever spirit, blah 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 blah. They used that like for rape, for like everything they used to use that for. And that was like their scapegoat, like, oh, they weren't bad, they're just like possessed, right? Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And even like people would say that how they fix her bed, right? Because you know, like we have her bed is like not on the ground, right? They would use like I don't know, like cinder blocks or whatever, something under it to keep up, so the Tolokoshi couldn't like get to them. I think that's BS, probably just for storage, you know, for the people to put their stuff, but like whatever, right? But also like they were talking about how they would use that as their kind of like, what's the word, like, when I said a scapegoat, fam, like.
No, but when you think about it, right?
When people wouldn't like.
Because it's culturally accepted, like it's a myth that people accept it. But when you think about it, right? There are a lot of cases where people actually believe that they are possessed. Like when you said that, it reminded me of this Wendigo thing. I think there were a few cases way back during the early 20th century. I think there was one in like 1908. A man killed and ate his whole family, right? Right. You know what he said? He was possessed by a Wendigo. And it was like a whole mental like disorder thing. Like it was called Wendigo psychosis. Yeah.
Fam, it's not crazy that like, even looking at now, fam, like when a man goes to go shoot up a school, fam, and you can say he has mental whatever thing, and then he's not put to death, but he's like he's treated and all that shit. It's the same thing, kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like with that gay shit. It's like the more you hear about something, and the more societally accepted it is, the more likely like you begin to believe it. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't the best explanation, but I'm just saying like because
I get what you're saying.
Because the natives believed in the Wendigo as a real thing, right?
Yeah.
They believed that they could actually believe that they would be possessed by it.
Yeah, it wasn't too far fetched.
Yeah.
Like,
the same thing with the myth you just told me about.
Yeah.
Because it was so accepted, and people actually believed that it was a real thing.
Yeah,
you could actually like, you could say something came over you.
Yeah, because even look at like Africa right now, like you know people love to say like voodoo and all that stuff, right? And like how you could like conjure up spirits and like go
like turn a man into a mango type shit.
Turn them into bread and shit, like, you know. So it's like it's not too far fetched to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
all about what's socially accepted.
Yeah.
The status quo. That's all it is.
And then they're even saying they're saying like the Europeans were even pushing that narrative, man. So it made it even worse, you know. So it's like these guys believe it. The other guys believe it. I came to flip and colonize you. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the Tolokishi, bro. Come catch you. Like, it's crazy.
We're talking about this in class. So what my anthro professor, right? He did his field work in like Malawi or some shit like that, and he was telling us about a case where like something bad would happen in the village, right?
Yeah.
And instead of really investigating it, they would just blame it on these two witches. Like they were just some old ladies.
Yeah, they were talking about that too in the thing, but they was connected to witches.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
And they got locked up for that shit. Holy fuck! I was like, yo, that shit is mad. Yeah. Like I don't even know what happened, but they just said it's their fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They used it as scapegoats, man. I told you, like it wasn't me, it was them. They cursed me, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, fam, that sucks, man.
Yeah, it actually does suck, yeah.
And all the females too, right? Getting, you're a witch.
It's always the females. You never know. Like I seen a meme with the man. He's trying to go holla, and she rejected him. He's like, blasphemy. She's a witch.
Fam, it's like, wow, man. Even back in the day, fam, even how they were painted as witches and stuff.
They would get burned at the stake.
Yeah. They'll do something. Show you're, nope. You're done. Like, make one mistake, you're cooked. Literally, fam, you're cooked.
It's because of the church, though. The way that they treated that shit.
Yeah.
Because they could be doing some... motherfuckers could be in their basement trying to make some medicine up. She's a witch.
I'm like, what you doing?
That's just shit
And
that
the whole
happened.
city's after you, fam.
That's just shit that happened in Castlevania.
Mm.
Really, the first episode, Shorty, she's okay. She actually went to Dracula, right? That's some witch shit.
Yeah.
But she only went to him to go practice medicine, right? She came back out into the real world, and she's helping people, and the church finds her like she's a witch, burned her at the stake, and then Dracula.
Right, that's when Dracula went crazy, right?
Yeah, that's when he went crazy.
Because you think he fell in love with her or something, right?
Yeah, he married her.
Married, yeah.
And she made him she told him to travel as a man or some bullshit like that.
And he did that.
Yeah, he actually went to
Came
go.
back and she got
Man is on foot. He has a fucking teleporting castle. Like, Shorty told me to go travel as a man, and I started walking on his feet. That's mod.
That was a powerful woman, fam. I'm telling you, man.
For real.
Gets you go crazy.
The whole Dracula myth is mod too.
Oh.
Wallachia, that was a real place. Wallachia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think the way he got famous was so I think at the time his kingdom was going to war with the Ottomans, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what this fucker would do? He would kill thousands of them and put them on stakes.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
He put their heads and stuff on stakes, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Up the ass, through the head. And they just did.
They say, yo, if you come here, this is your future.
It was just a warning. Yeah,
that's a great tactic. Man.
That's a crazy, crazy tactic.
Because you're like, I can't deal with this guy, man.
And use mod. You don't want to know mod thing.
You think there's some truth to that? I think there might be some truth to that.
Yeah, there is truth to that.
Yeah.
That's some historical shit.
Not all that,
like he's not he probably wasn't eating people.
Yeah.
He might have been eating people.
You
He might have been drinking blood and shit like that.
Well, for sure
but he probably wasn't like a fucking vampire.
Yeah, I know he wasn't.
But he was doing like vampire shit.
Packing man's probably going crazy, man.
Yeah, the motherfuckers probably took a fucking stroll. They see some bodies on a steak. Yo, this guy's cooked.
Yeah, I see a vampire. They ran with that.
What else are you gonna think? You know?
Well,
I'm going straight to church after
heads,
that.
Fam.
I'm going straight to church after that. What the fuck?
Bro.
And that's probably like the king of your country too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're seeing that shit, you're like, yo, what the fuck?
You're petrified. Shit of bricks. You mess with him, you're done for, man. No cap.
No, but it's kind of crazy how these myths develop.
Mm-hmm.
Because now with Dracula, but say like with dwarves, I think that's a crazy one. Dwarves and gnomes and bullshit like that. Because we have, I don't want to say it. It's a weird thing to say nowadays, but you know, like the pygmies, right? Like real short people.
Yeah.
Back in the day, imagine they just went on like a raid in a village or something, right? People think, yo, these gnomes are. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's how this shit fucking developed. Your brother, I seen a fucking video on Instagram. I don't know if it was a real baby, but apparently the baby was born with one eye. That's a cyclops.
Yeah, fam. Things happen like broken telephone. Like people like you say something, they everybody like, yo, cyclops. You know,
Like, that shit happens now. Like, we have fucking video recordings of shit, and people still get that shit wrong. Imagine back in the day, motherfuckers would have to travel 6 months to get to you to give you the story.
No, man. That's what I'm saying, man. So like, when you hear about these things, like you know that there might be truth to them. Like, fam,
You just gotta think a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Use
Like,
your common sense a little bit. You know what I
in
mean?
Africa, right? You go to the Congo, you got pygmies living in the fucking rainforest. Imagine you taking a stroll through the forest, right? Trying to look for some food. You see little people running around. You're gonna go crazy.
What?
Unless you're just used to them, you know. Unless you guys are like traded and stuff like that, right?
Sure.
But then if you see a first contact type shit, like if me and you just went there, and we see little motherfuckers running around the forest, I'm blicked up. Like,
Man, I don't know.
and it's not just in Africa. Like there's like
It's everywhere, bro.
There's that island in the Philippines where they found like little skeletons of people, right? And early humans would have ran into that and they would have been like, "What the fuck is this?" It's like me, but half my height. They're probably running around raiding villages, stealing food and shit like that.
What about giants though?
Giants? I don't know. I've never I don't know what I can tell you about giants. I think I seen this one native story about the Spanish. They were there, right? And this one native chief, they invited him to his like village or to his city or whatever. And the guy that he sent was apparently he was fucking huge.
Probably just tall people. Fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
'Cause
extraordinarily
most,
tall
like,
people.
Looking
Yeah.
around now, most Mexican people not that tall, right? And let's say the ancestors, right? They're probably even shorter, right? So like, if a tall guy comes, or like some,
I think we were shorter way back in those days.
yeah,
too, right?
I think we were pinched though. I mean, kind of like.
I think average height back then was like fucking 5'6", 5'7".
That's mad stuff.
I think what the guy was saying, the guy on the expedition, his right-hand man was the one documenting it. And he said that our soldiers only made it up to his chest. That's not really that tall, but they were moving like he was a fucking giant.
Mm.
You know, right? Like if those motherfuckers are like 5'7", he's probably just like 6'1".
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Like, you think he's some different? Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to do with like diet and stuff like that too, right? Like as hunter-gatherers, they're probably eating real good.
Mm-hmm.
And the South America, the Americas is where like corn, potatoes, tomatoes. We didn't have none of that shit before we made contact, so they were eating blessed.
No cap. Those are D's now. Who is this? Like,
so they're eating that corn. They're like, you might know what corn is. Like that shit is. Munching on that shit is blessed. Imagine them. They're hunting for. They're farming that shit.
Serious.
They eat that corn. They go fight a fucking jaguar. Of course, the man's these. Like,
strangling jaguars and shit. Like what? You look like a god in your eyes, man. You be like, what? Think he's
Apparently, the next God of War game is the Americas.
The Americas?
Yeah, like he's gonna fight some Mayans.
You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some reckless Mayan king. There was like some.
I think they were all reckless.
Yeah,
they were all going crazy. Yeah. I think there's that one civilization in Chile. I forget what it was called.
There was a different one. There was like I think it was like the Olec. There's one in the
Olmecs. They were older than the Mayans. Yeah. Those are the ones with the big heads. The black people be saying, "Oh, that was us," because they got like real fat noses and shit, real big lips. But when you look at a native person, they look the same.
Yeah.
Just without the hair, without the nappy hair. Yeah, what do you think about that though?
What?
Black people saying like they were natives. They were the first natives.
What, to America?
Yeah.
The Americas?
Like black Americans saying that they were the real natives. Like I see videos like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. I've been seeing that too. Still. If I think for it in Africa, man. It's just like it's not impossible, but it's like because like here again we don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's speculation, but like at the same time it's like there's so much of us in Africa, right? But
I think it's a real cultural thing because obviously when they came over, like they got their identities taken away, right?
Yeah.
So then when you have people with no identity, of course they're gonna try to adapt the best way that they can. That's why you have black people saying like we were Egyptian pharaohs, type shit, or like we were the first natives. I think that's a little far. You know what I mean? Because we know what native people look like. We have like actual natives, type shit. I be seeing people say black people the first people in like India and shit like that. It's like a global thing.
I don't know.
It's like a global thing.
We're going next time we're in China too.
Well, if it's worth noting, like, I think most people around the world in the beginning were dark skinned.
Yeah,
they weren't like,
sure.
Well, they weren't our modern idea of black people, but they were, of course, they were darker. Like, most of these places are hot.
Definitely, man.
You're talking about natives in like fucking Mexico. That's literally a desert. Of course, they're gonna be dark. India, these people there are dark right now.
It's dark people, man. Like, I don't know what they're trying to say, man.
But they kind of conflate the ideas of like dark skinned
compared to
and then the black.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Yeah, it's like
it's not the same thing.
Yeah, they're trying to combine this. It's legit not. It's not the same thing.
Like when we say black, we think of like black Americans type shit. Because you wouldn't even say black in Africa because they would say like they're Ghanaian or Nigerian or some shit like that.
That's facts. Some truth there, man. I think they were even saying something about in China or Asia. I think it was Asia we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like how some Asian people kind of look
black. Yeah. Like, you know how Ashton has like the curly hair and shit like that. Yeah. There is a reason for that though. Because not the first people that left Africa, but like the first people in the area, they weren't like typical Asians. They were they're more closely related to Australian Aborigines. That's why they would look like that. Like obviously, it wasn't like the nappy hair, but the hair was still like coarse, right? Yeah. And the big nose, big lips type shit. Yeah. And after that, the population of modern Asian people that we see right now, at least in Southeast Asia, they came from modern day China. Like they moved down. and they mix with the population. That's why you have people that look a little different than your average Asian phenotype.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah. People are a lot more mixed than we really think. But they're like older populations, so we don't really, it's not really like in public memory. Right? What are the myths can you think of, like that dwarf thing? That kind of has like an obvious connection to the real world.
That giant thing. What?
I'm thinking of a few, but I'm kind of thinking of animals right now.
Oh,
like the kraken.
The kraken, yeah.
Giant squid type shit. You know that?
I think those are real.
Giant squids? Yeah, they are real.
Yeah. So that one.
Like a one big enough to take down a ship?
Fam. We only discovered 5%. Fam.
Yeah, 5% of the ocean is
So it's like...
Let me show you, though. Let me show you. A man like Johnny sent me a TikTok.
The Loch Ness Monster too, fam.
And it was just like a comparison between the size of the ship's sail, so just the flag. It's crazy.
So I think it had to be huge then.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. Look at this. Okay, that's the ship, and they're pointing at the flag, the arrows on the flag, right? Right?
What the?
Yeah, it's huge, yeah. I'll try to see if I can put it on the green screen.
That's
so
crazy.
They know.
And a thing took that down?
Yeah, squids. They had stories of squids taking that shit down. Okay, what about that myth in the Congo? About them being like a fucking dinosaur in there.
A dinosaur?
They have a myth. I don't want to say the name because I don't even know the name, but I'm probably going to fuck it up. But they have a myth about a creature that's basically, they describe it as a dinosaur, real long neck, legs like an elephant, like a sauropod. You think they...
It's in the Congo right now?
Yeah, like a myth it's in the forest somewhere. Like motherfuckers would see it like in the water type shit.
Fam, that could be a flipping alligator. I don't know, but
like it's.
I remember there's some giant snake like a huge.
Yeah.
The man said he seen it from there's like a picture where he seen it from the helicopter and it was, fam,
200 feet.
Fat, yeah.
200 feet is crazy for a snake.
I'm like, what? That's living? Like
for an animal, that's crazy. That's longer than a blue whale, bro.
A snake, fam?
Yeah.
Sure, that's
yeah,
bro.
Man said he was in the helicopter taking pictures,
yeah,
and they got a little lower in the helicopter, right? And the snake, the snakes had to fucking hit him. That's real. What the fuck?
When I heard that, I'm like, yo, we're finished if that was, fam. But they used to say those shit used to roam the planet, fam.
I think the biggest snake that we have like actual evidence for is like 60 feet. So 200 feet is crazy.
200 feet. Guess how much that weighs, fam?
Tons.
It's like, fam, just like,
imagine the girth of that bitch.
Just like I'm joking. But like, yeah, fam, like, no way, dog. Like, we're finished. That's taking down. That's like, what's his name? Like, what's the thing called again? Fudge. King Kong and Godzilla, fam. Yo, if that was real, Godzilla.
Bruh.
Yo, what's that thing called? The underground? The underworld? No.
What?
Fam, where they came from, fam?
The fucking like Hollow Earth theory.
Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I think it's not like something crazy. Like we can go down into like the core of the planet type shit. But we have like cave systems that are like deep as shit.
Yeah. Those things like living in there, fam.
Yeah, I seen a TikTok. It was just like a comparison between the places where people go missing in the U.S. And then a cave map of the U.S. and it lined up exactly with the caves.
Getting swept under, man.
Even in Vietnam, there's a cave with its own fucking weather system. Yeah. That's mod. Joe Rogan was talking about that shit. See, like, if you're talking about Hollow Earth, that's basically a fucking Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about the Loch Ness Monster?
That's such like a known myth, right? Like,
yeah, it is. Think about it like this, yeah? Say, we obviously we got people saying like dinosaurs lived millions of years ago, right? So say the Loch Ness was a dinosaur. They've been lying to us this whole time about millions of years ago. Because they have that myth in the Congo too, right? Imagine dinosaurs actually live closer to us than we really think. And these are just like remnants of it.
I wouldn't be thinking. Because like, when you actually think about dinosaurs and they're seeing how many million years ago, it's like,
65 million years.
Are you sure? It's like, where's it?
Because we have stories.
It's just
like,
stories. Like when you back it, like,
we have stories of like dragons and shit like that, right? And I don't think people are dumb enough. Not dumb enough. I don't think people are creative enough to just like think of a dragon. Like you're gonna look at a bird and be like, oh my god, it's a fucking flying fucking lizard. You're not that cooked.
you never know, fam. Some people could be gold.
Yeah, they're probably on some shrooms or some shit.
See some random shit. See a normal bird flying.
I seen a video of Shorty. I seen a video of some bitch. She was on the highway, and the caption was Shorty was on shrooms. And she thought she was on the bus. She just got out of her whip instead of walking.
Why do people do that? Why would you?
That's not
take
shrooms. She's
and
on
drive?
crack.
Like,
She's
what you
cooked.
Like, why even do that? You're putting yourself in danger and other people. Like, just chill out, man.
Really? Why you gonna smoke crack and go drive?
Yeah, you know, sleep, man. The Loch Ness
She's
monster.
not
Eh?
sleeping. She's just zombieing out.
That's from Ireland, no?
Where?
I'm pretty sure the Loch Ness monster. That's
Yeah, from Ireland. Is it? It's from Scotland.
Scotland, yeah. Something.
Yeah.
What was it? It's like a what is it? Like a.
It's like a
sea creature or something?
plesiosaur.
That's just there.
Just chilling in the loch, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
probably
What do you
some-
think it is, though? Piece of driftwood?
I don't think it's some driftwood though.
A real animal?
It could be an animal that just like. I don't know.
Like Bigfoot. What do you think about Bigfoot? You think motherfuckers seen a Bigfoot before?
Some hairy motherfucker, man. Some hairy motherfucker walking, bro.
Okay, but what about Yeti, though? That's a little bit different
Yeti,
because,
yeah.
like, you're in the
Because
snow now, right? Motherfuckers not chilling out there and just chilling in the snow.
That could be a man in thing fur though.
In what fur?
Fam,
What kind of fur? Like, what kind of fur is all white?
polar bear, bro. The man packed the
There's
polar
no
bear.
part- The myth doesn't come from the Arctic, though.
Where's it coming from?
It comes from the Himalayas.
How you know? How you not know? It could be polar bears. Fam.
There's no polar bears there. Like,
I don't know. Still, fam. Maybe they died there, fam. But I don't know. I don't know.
it
fam.
could be just some guy, some real big guy, and he's wearing some furs.
How do you know if it's actually white? If they just made that up, you don't know. You get what I'm saying?
I think they
Maybe it was snowing and like the snow guy.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like just some big guy, fam. Just walking.
But Bigfoot in general, you think he's just a hairy motherfucker in the woods? I think some people actually get crazy hairy.
Yeah.
Like I have some cousins, motherfuckers have hair on their shoulders type shit. Like,
Yeah. No cap. There's some diseases. I said disease.
some people get hairy still.
Yeah. Some
Like Middle Eastern people get
mutations.
hairy. Indian people obviously get hairy.
Like the man's face was like covered in hair.
Brother,
like,
I've seen a man get a line up, his beard's up here.
Man, like, yo, make that straight, man.
The man said, yo, keep it as high as possible. Brother, like, take that shit down.
It's wearing a mask, man. What's on?
Yeah, bro.
It could
Some
be
mans
just
are
a
hairy
guy,
still.
yeah. Like, well, same time, we don't know, man.
No,
Could
but
be actual
in
beast.
Nepal, right, where the myth comes from, people have that psychedelic honey. So imagine they just tripped out on some honey, right? They're like, yo, let's go on a fucking hike. They're hiking through the mountain. They see a man they see a hairy motherfucker. He's covered in snow. They start tweaking.
It's like sprinting. Man, yo, yo, what's going on? Man,
Holy fuck! You know what myths would be crazy? I remember one time I seen a movie. I think there's a few movies about it, but like the experiments that Nazis did during World War II. And I forget where they were. I was probably in Antarctica or some shit. They're exploring, right?
Yeah.
And they found an old Nazi bunker, right? And you know what's in there waiting for them? You know those things in fucking Black Ops 1 in Kino? Those things that would be crawling on the ground, and you shoot them, they explode with some gas. Yeah, I'll show you a picture. I'll 100%. I'll put it on the fucking green screen because that shit is jokes, yo. Those guys piss me
Man,
off.
that traps, eh?
Kino. I don't know what they're called. Crawlers. I don't know what the fuck these fuckers are called. These ugly things. These ugly things.
Man.
Yeah. So basically, the monster in the movie looked just like that.
So like people that were like.
Yeah, there were people that they were experimenting on, and we know the Germans were doing that shit during the time.
Yeah.
Not just the Germans. I seen a meme about Japan, and how when they invaded China, they were doing a bunch of fuck shit, right? Basically, the meme was the Japanese were trying to figure out what would happen to a baby if you injected it with the Black Plague. That's not even funny,
That's
but
not even funny, fam.
yeah,
That's
it's
insane.
crazy stuff. That's the shit that they were doing. I seen a video. They had some fucking sex slave with them, right? Some Chinese woman, and she was carrying her kid. while they were walking through some mountain range. The man got cheese that the kid was crying. He took the kid, he dashed it. Yeah.
Yo, fam. People were like so like.
Oh, but you know what myths we should have covered? That's at least one of them. Some Japanese shit.
Yeah, Japanese thing.
Like those yokais and shit. Yeah. Holy fuck. We could just get that shit from anime.
There was one too. There was like some legendary samurai or something. Like some legendary warrior. I can't remember his name and all that stuff. But he was crazy, fam.
Musashi? The one that Joe Rogan got tatted and shit?
I think it might be him. They
Miyamoto?
told down like Dutchy the Mongols, right? Or something. Was it that one?
Nah, I think that's the same guy.
A different guy though. But like he was like single hand. Obviously he died, but like single hand he was like holding back the Mongols, fam.
Yeah, I think it was a different guy still.
Cooking them, fam. And they were sending like waves of them, fam. And they'll go back to be like, yo, fam, just bury them. There's only one guy, fam. You just packing them. Crazy.
The guys that are mod, fam.
Some guys were like.
Even Miyamoto's mod. I think he's like 60-0. Undefeated, broski. The man pulled up his last fight. The man told the man, yo, meet me on the island. On this random island, right? He shows up late.
Ooh, the Mishimo.
Yeah, Miyamoto. He shows up late. He doesn't even have his real sword. He has a wooden sword with him.
No way.
About a pad. Packed him up.
Wood sword, man.
Packed them up, yo.
I can call him.
In the manga, in Vagabond, I don't know why. It's not. I don't know why they try to make it cool, but he fought 60 mans on his dolo. He won, broski.
Like same time.
Yeah, at the same time.
No way.
No, at first he killed that leader, right? And he thought this was gonna be like, like these guys are done now.
Like, humble,
but they kept fighting. So he's like, fuck, I gotta smoke these guys now.
So he just packed everybody.
He packed everybody. He's cutting off their arms and shit. And there's this one meme in the community, and they'll be like, Miyamoto, after killing 60 people, he'll be like, oh, if you just notice the leaves, you'll miss the whole forest. He'll say some philosophical shit, and you just forget about how he killed a bunch of people.
Oh my gosh, man. So yeah, some guys in history were crazy, man. Look at Genghis Khan and them, fam.
But that guy has like 14 million descendants, yo.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, fam.
That's insane.
I fuck with that shit.
He's
that story about his death is crazy. Not his death, but his funeral. Everyone that witnessed it is dead, or he was killed after.
Damn. Like, y'all ain't saying none. You're telling
that's how you keep a secret for real, fam. All the slaves that buried him, they got packed up by the soldiers.
Yeah,
and the soldiers would went back to town or whatever the fuck happened, and then they were killed.
Yeah, they packed themselves. Yeah. That's crazy, fam.
I imagine that one or like a few of them escaped.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not enough for them to like. They probably didn't leak the secret or nothing. They're just like, I'm not dying for this shit. I'd just keep the secret.
Plugged out. And if it's just two mans, like, is everyone's gonna really believe you? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, nah, no one cares.
Especially even if you did tell people, that shit probably died out.
Yeah.
A while ago.
What do you think about golems?
Golems?
Yeah.
What do you mean golems?
It's like you know what golems are?
I know what golems are, but like, what do you?
There was like something. There's like
those things from fucking Minecraft.
No, I'm saying the wrong thing. Not a golem. Is that what it's called?
Like those rock things?
Fam, you know, like they could be like in a form like a dragon or like a thing that some people have like in a castle.
A gargoyle.
Gargoyle. I said golem, right? Yeah, gargoyles. Yeah.
A gargoyle.
What do you think about that?
What about those? I think they're just
structured. But people say like they come to life and stuff. Like at certain times.
I think that's more like a just a way to scare kids type shit. I think so. Cause like, why would they even bring it up?
Just boss it, though.
I think that's a more recent myth too. Like, it's not like people. Like people were putting that shit on fucking churches and shit.
That's the what, like to like protect it? Or, like, what's it for?
I guess it was a way to protect it.
Yeah, I guess, man. Scare off.
Yeah. Because in a lot of old myths, like nowadays we see angels and stuff like that as being like beautiful things, right? Yeah. But a lot of, no, I wouldn't say ancient texts, but like in more traditional tales, an angel would have to be a protector, and a protector is obviously something that looks a little bit scary.
Yeah, have some. Yeah. You're not gonna look like like a beefy, you know what I mean? I hear that stuff.
And a lot of times demons would look like little fucking weirdos.
That's what I'm saying, fam. They look nice to you, fam. Finesse your whole brain.
No, it's not that they would look nice, but they would look powerless. Type shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they'll come like normal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, what do you think about the boogeyman myth? Not the boogeyman. Baba Yaga? You ever heard that story?
Baba Yaga.
The witch that lived in the forest, and her house would move. Her house had like chicken feet, It was a Russian myth. Yeah, the house would walk around and shit.
Fam, I don't know about that.
You know about that?
Nah.
I remember hearing about that. I forget. It was in a Disney movie. I forget what movie. But that was John Wick's theme too, right?
John Wick's what?
His nickname was Baba Yaga, the boogeyman.
I know he was boogeyman. I remember that. Nah, he was boogeyman. So he was coming for you. You're dead, fam. There's no.
I forget the story though. Holy fuck.
I think you're talking about the one when the witch she lured Oh, was that Hansel Gretel?
No. Different story. Yeah, this is a Russian
That's
story.
That's facts with Hansel Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel?
People luring kids and packing them up and stuff. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah. It's probably just we probably still use that as a way to keep kids from like wandering off by themselves and stuff like that.
They'll get you, witch will get you.
Yeah, but probably is based on like some real shit.
Yeah, something that actually happened. Like that's not far fetched, man. Like look what people are doing. Look at what's his name. What's that guy that packed gay people?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, like he was legit luring man into his crib, making him dance for himself, packing him.
Like what fucking Stephen Hawking was doing, yo.
What?
You seen that shit? Brody was on Epstein's island watching midgets do difficult math equations.
Yo, that's crazy. That Epstein Island thing came off, man.
Yeah, I know.
Got leaked, bro.
That shit not no myth no more, man.
Fam, you seen the Island Boys? They were on there, fam. They were trying to say the Island Boys.
Oh, they were like the kids on it.
Fam, they had a picture, fam, with him. I'm doing such and fam, they only were the youths, fam. That's what they call the Island Boys, fam. They're from the island, fam. And look at those guys. You see what they're doing?
They're cooked. I think they're kissing each other.
Smooching each other and stuff. Like some
for that.
disgusting thing, fam. Like,
yeah, it's gay as hell, bro.
Fam, the worst people get like fame. Like that's what fame and stuff is like. Yo, you better watch out, man. That shit's like, it's not healthy.
It's easy to do shit like that and get famous because obviously people are gonna give you attention.
Like, yo,
man's kissing his blood, bro. Man,
like,
obviously, motherfuckers is gonna repost that and shit.
Like, what are you doing,
These
man?
cooked youths.
Do it for the fame. For what reason, man? Just we don't want to be famous. We just want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. You know what I mean? Our pockets got to be fat. We got to take our moms out of the hood, fam. That's what we're doing, man. Generational wealth. That's all we need, fam. I don't want to be famous. You got to know me, bro. My pockets are fat.
Man, what do you think about the flood myth?
What flood myth? Oh, flood in the Bible and something?
Yeah. You think Noah actually built an ark and put 2 of everything on there?
Fam. I believe it.
You believe it? Like 2 of everything. That's got to be a big boat.
I think it's possible, fam.
2 of everything?
Yeah.
Like, it's not... I don't think that's possible.
I think it's possible.
Like, 2 hippos, 2 elephants, 2 giraffes, 2 wildebeest.
2 everything, my G.
2 everything from everywhere. It's not even just like...
But God, I think it's possible, man. I don't...
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
I believe it, fam. The problem is, like, when people be chatting, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, people just be saying things with no, like, what's the word? No, not backstory. Back off? Is that the right word? I don't know if it's the right word. Yeah, say we're here till 3 now.
It's 3 o'clock right now.
It's 2.
It's 2?
Yeah.
Oh, it is 2. I'm cool.
It's cool. You were like an hour. So, anyways, yeah, I was saying, like when people be chatting just to chat, you know, like they be like, they be saying. I was watching a video on TikTok, right, and she was trying to say like why she's trying basically asking like why we're getting into like a little religion stuff right now, but like she's asking like why doesn't God intervene when like bad things are happening or whatever, something like that, right? And then the man was trying to explain to her, like, try to give, and she just like, she wasn't trying to hear the man. She just wanted to push her point, and that's a conversation. Like, when people do that, it's like, you just wanted to talk?
Yeah.
Like, you're not trying to, like gain on, you're not trying to, what's the purpose of the conversation, fam? You just want to talk, just talk to yourself. You get what I'm saying? It's like, people be like, I hate that, man. Like, if you have a point, even if it's like against the, or like you're trying to like, you know,
it's because people
like,
are
listen.
so. It's because of these phones, bruh. They're so used to the constant reinforcement of their own ideas. Obviously, on your phone it's gonna be your own ideas, unless you're actually like actively trying to learn. The only things you're gonna be seeing are the things that you already believe. So you're gonna automatically think that that's the truth, like that your perspective is the truth.
People, they don't know other people have perspectives too, man. Like, they really think they're main character, fam. You know what I mean?
Bro, main character syndrome, bro.
You're not main character G, I promise you, man. Where less people, man, there's someone higher up.
But there's nothing wrong with thinking like that. You just gotta, it's just gotta go along with the idea that like everyone else is also in their own world.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. You know, I was saying like a couple days ago, fam. I'm like, yo, do people actually like see from like what I'm seeing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how I'm here, I'm able like to see all this. Like, obviously you can see like your mind, like how you're thinking, like.
Everything's different. We're in the same place right now, but we probably view this shit differently.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how does he see this? Like, that'd be cool. If I could jump to other people, that'd be
like
cool.
My voice sounds different to me than it does to you.
Fam, when I hear my voice, fam, do you know when you hear your voice back?
Everything's
what
different.
This?
Yeah.
This is not sound like me, fam. But then when you hear it, it's like, what I'm talking right now, it sounds like something.
I sound like myself.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go edit this video. Like, who's that faggot? Like, who's talking behind me?
Bro, I'm like, who is that? It's a voiceover. It's not me. It's actually crazy, you know. Damn, bro.
It's crazy still.
But that's the problem with the world, fam. We don't try to like understand from other people's.
It's reflection. People don't like reflecting no more.
Yeah, we just think that we're always like.
Self-reflection is an important thing, especially in today's world. You got so many different ideas coming at you at once. It's good. If you got your fucking headphones in listening to fucking gangster music all day, of course you're not gonna reflect on nothing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Take that shit out. Don't do nothing. Don't even do like what you have to do. Stop playing games. Just sit there and just think for a little bit.
Fam, that's called the morning stir, fam. You know what a morning stir?
Nah, it doesn't hit me in the morning. It hits me at night.
At night?
Yeah.
Mornings, fam. When you like imagine you want to go to work or whatever, right? You wake up, alarm goes off. You're like, fam, you're just thinking the whole fam. Everything in life is flat. Like, what did I do?
The mornings, my mind is blank, broski. I just have to get what I get done. Like, if I got work, I just shower. I go to work. But then at night it's so fucked up because I'll be in my bed just thinking, and I can't even cave, fam. I have so much trouble sleeping.
Man, I cave stuff. I kill like a baby stuff. When I wake up, it's like,
when I wake up, I'm fine, but when I'm about to go to sleep, I just can't, fam. It cheeses me. Even right now, I'm running on like fucking 3 hours of sleep.
That's mine still. I can't do that, man. I cannot do that. I will not function. I can't function without like decent sleep still.
Like, I love getting like decent sleep, but especially when I know I have something to do in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I had a tutorial this morning. It just fucks me, fam. Every time I have work in the morning, I cannot sleep the night before.
That's tough. That's tough still. So gas back then. So
it just fucks me up still.
I think MC was talking about it. He was talking about like, that's what I even brought it up. Talking about like, yo, I'll be going to school, fam. I'm not retaining nothing, fam.
Because he's cooked.
Yeah.
He's yapping in his own mind.
Yeah, but like real shit though. Like sometimes you hear what she's saying or the teacher or whatever, right? But it's like, am I really gonna like use this, man? You get what I'm saying? Because I think he's doing business or something. He was talking about. He's like, I don't want to be the guy that in the suit. I'm like, all that. You know, like, you don't have to wear a suit.
You know what the biggest myth is in our generation? That you need university.
Guys, we're talking about myths and legends. That's a big one. Broski, guys, listen to me right now. There are people right now sitting down in a chair, something like this, with a headset on, camera in front of them, playing games right now.
Making millions.
They are stacked. Like, what I say, bro.
It's not even that. I think
and enjoying, you know, it's like you get
something like post-education. College is fine, right? 1-2 year course, you knock that shit off. You're just going back to work, basically, right? A better job. But uni is different because if you don't know what you want to do, it's just the biggest waste of time.
It's a big waste of time.
Because you're gonna sit here just like me. You're in fucking your lecture or your tutorial, just staring at the fucking ceiling. My tutorial instructor, brother can't. His English, I won't say his English is bad, but his accent is so thick, fam.
Is he from Germany?
No, he's from Italy.
Italy, oh man. I told my team he's Italian, bro. Just speak to me.
Yeah, for real. I'd prefer it if he spoke to me in Italian. At least I'm like picking up some sauce, you know.
A lot. They go crazy.
The amount of times I hear him say is so crazy, fam. Like, he's talking to me like he's a bitch. Like, you know how these bitches speak? It's like that. Like, like.
Well, that's what he does. That's, you know, that's, he's not his first language, man. English is second.
He's not even like, it's not even like he's young. He's an old man.
Oh, he's old,
Yeah, he's an old man. Like, how you not know how to speak?
Yeah.
You've been at this shit for a while now.
Some people cannot. Like, they can't shake it, fam. For real, fam. But some people, they get it quick. I ain't gonna lie.
Some people
Especially when you're younger. It's
some
easier.
people are born with the talent.
Mm.
Like, you just grow up knowing how to speak. You know, you just put in the situations.
Yeah.
Especially if you have to, like, if you have to do that shit at home, right? Like, I don't think we've been in a situation where, like, we've had to, like, really convince our parents about something.
But what?
Like, about anything. That's how you really learn how to speak. If you can convince your parents to do something, you can do that with a fucking stranger.
I have to sit down, like, so I believe that this is the best course that I should
Type
take.
shit.
Like, you know, like, you gotta be like that. Some people actually don't know how to speak.
Like, imagine you trying to sneak out,
Mm.
mom catches you, and you're giving her the points like why it's okay for you to go out, and she believes you.
Hey.
You're just there like, freeze, let me tell you something.
Like, take a seat. Put it on her shoulder, take a seat. So, like, I need to go. I think it's the best for me, you know. I need to get out, meet people. I need to meet people. Okay. Like, some people don't know how to speak. Like, when I say don't know how to speak,
Yeah.
like, say they're in a situation where, like, you have to, like, speak proper.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Mm.
They be bringing their gang thing, their slang into it. It's like, it's important to learn how to, like, you know, differentiate. Like, bro, some places.
But some people make it work though. You know, there are some people that like that will speak to you like that. They'll use their slang or whatever, but you still know that that's a smart individual.
That's what I'm saying.
Just by, like, the way that I think people are a lot smarter when they don't use proper language, but they can still get their point across clear. Yeah.
Let me finish. I thought, what the cock? Let me cock. But yeah, real shit. Like, if you're able to, like, still get your points across and, like, in a manner like everyone could understand.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
that's all you really need.
But if you're just trying, you're just saying, like,
you're just yapping all day.
So it's like, bro,
you can be speaking perfect English, pronunciation, everything. You can be using big ass words, and if no one knows what you're saying, that doesn't even matter.
You're still yapping, yeah. You know
you can be speaking like a real hood man, using all the slang you want. And if you can talk to a person that doesn't even know the slang, but he knows what you're saying, perfect.
This guy,
yeah,
intelligent. There's something new. Like, no cap,
man. Myths and legends, eh? What else do we got? Fuck's sake. No fucking stories about in Guyana, like jumbies or whatever? Whatever you guys be talking about?
It's called a jumbie. But jumbie is like it's not like a boogeyman. I think it's something right for the boogeyman. I don't know the full story, but like, my Dukes used to use that against you. Wait, what? You gonna... The jump... I used to chip it back in. It used to be
I forget what it was. I don't know if it's the same story, but they say that to get it off of you, you'd have to get it like to get the spirit away from you. You'd have to you know those brooms made out of straws. You have to do some shit with that. I don't know. I forget.
I don't know what that one, chief. I remember doing all that. I don't know that, but maybe some part.
You were born back there, right? That's probably mod. They probably bring that shit up.
Bear, fam. Used to scare you sick, fam. Okay, fam.
Man.
I'm back home, fam. It got dark. When it got dark, fam.
Yeah, it gets dark back home so fast, man. Yeah, for real. 6 o'clock, it's pitch black. I can't see nothing.
And if you're outside, fam, your mom be like, you're gonna catch you. Or your cousins, they be messing with you, fam. Fam, these are bully man stuff. But back home was live, though.
I didn't hear no stories like that. Like, no, like, spirit stories when I was back home. Even from my Dukes. Like, as a youth, I never heard some shit like that.
Yeah, me either, fam. Me either. Like, yeah, we said a jumbie. Anything like that? Nah.
You know, most we have is like ghost stories, but like everyone has ghost stories. You know, like there's nothing specific to like our people. You know.
For real.
Maybe if I went back to India, like Tamil Nadu probably has some shit like that. Like I would hear about, right? But we're a pretty small like selection of people, so we don't really have myths like that.
There's probably just like stories, but like
yeah. But you'd have to probably ask like a real like someone from the old generation, like not my Dukes, but like like my grand. I probably have to ask my granny to know shit like that. Like when she called me billing up, right? There was one day I snuck out. I came back home. I'm cooked, right? Eyes are red, my fingers dangling. I'm rolling up so your fingers smell, right? And she comes into my room. I knew I'm fucked up. She tells me, let me smell your fingers. I'm like, how does she know these techniques?
That
She
shit
smelled
rolled
my
back in
finger.
the day, man.
She picked up my sleeve. She started beating me with it.
Man.
I was like, eat out 10. She's trying to get me to rat on the man and shit. Like, yo, who you smoking with?
Do you even know these mans?
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if I told you, would you know who it is?
I mean, Billy, Johnny.
Nah. I kept silent, right? After she got everything out of her system, she tells me a story about when she was a child, when she was a little girl. There were people from the mainland, from India, right? Who came down. I think they were there as like they were the people that would climb like the coconut tree, right? And these specific people, they had this ritual, this god that they would pray to, Karupasami. You know what that means? Karupa means black. Sami means the word for God. So he was just dark skinned. Yeah, right. I think the way they portray him, he's like a hunter and shit like that. And he got a fat stash. He's always smoking like a fucking blunt. Yeah. What's it called? So the guys that they would pray to him, right? The way they would pray to him is they would make like a roti, but they would have weed in it. So they would get cooked just eating it.
What the heck?
Yeah.
How's this guy? This guy.
Man.
Not like you're.
I think that's a pretty cool myth though. The way that he was probably a person. He was guaranteed a person who was deified at some point after his death. Yeah. And we have a few examples of that. And a lot of the times it's like the same archetype. Like there's another one from another city, right? And they're basically the same person, but they're two different deities.
That's wild.
Yeah. Even with this recent guy. You remember when I was talking about this documentary I watched about some criminal in Tamil Nadu, and he was like some real gangster. Like he's fat, stash. He's just moving like a real G. Mans would talk about him. They would say whenever they seen him, AK's on his shoulder. Like he's not hiding nothing.
Wow.
Right. And he died a few years ago, right? But he was the type of character that he fulfilled his role so well that they're gonna deify him at some point.
Wow.
Right? Even his nickname was Kata Raja. He's the king of the fucking forest, bruv. Yeah. Because he was a smuggler. He would smuggle sandalwood. You know that white shit that we would put on our forehead? Yeah, that's the ash. Like that's the tree that we make the ash out of. He was a poacher. Like he would kill elephants. Wow. The way that one of his homies was describing him, the man was like, "Yo, this guy would run in between its legs, type shit. Like, how the fuck are you doing that?"
Would you?
Like he's like, while he's hunting the elephant, he would get up mad closer. He's running in between the legs. Like what?
I mean, God, fam. Some people are just.
Some people are different. Like when he grew up in that environment, though, he probably knows the forest like the back of his hand. Yeah, it's normal shit to him. But to us, that's like, who the fuck is this guy? He's moving like the Predator.
That's a run between the legs. What type of what?
He spent most of the time in the forest.
Yeah, man.
Even when like the government was after him, he was chilling in the forest, fam. Like there was one guy, he wasn't even a police officer. He worked for he worked for the national parks and shit because he was a poacher, right? They were trying to get him to stop killing these animals, right? So basically, it's some mod beef. The man, he goes to the village, and the village that the guy's from, and he's friending everybody up, right? So he's thinking like, this is kind of disrespectful. Like, how is the man in my hood trying to make friends with everybody? You know what he does? The man tries to grease his sister.
Who, the gangster?
Nah.
Oh, the
gangster's sister.
Man.
Yeah, and this guy tries to come grease it. I think he actually did grease it. Right? So the man finds out. The man sends his sister a note. She's like, yo, broski, it's either you kill yourself or you set this guy up. Type shit, because honor is a big thing, right?
Yeah, you send her ass.
Because that's like, mans are enemies and you're going to go grease it. That's a mod thing.
That's crazy.
So this guy, right? He's a stand-up guy too. He's like, yeah, fuck that. Don't kill yourself. I'm going to go see him one-on-one. Yeah.
You guys are beef.
So the man sees it. He goes into the forest looking for this guy, right? This motherfucker, he thinks that he's blessed while on the way there. He's watching him the whole time. Like he's really hunting him like he's a tiger or something.
Oh my gosh, this guy is prey, fam.
Yeah, he's literally hunting him like the way a motherfucker would go hunt a deer. He's fucking watching him like that. So the man, he gets to the spot. They cut off broski's head, fam. They sent him back to the village. They set his fucking body on fire.
Damn.
Yeah. They never found his head. They just found his body.
Damn.
The man said he kept the head as a trophy. What the fuck?
Fam, these guys are crazy, fam. Some guys actually just built different for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's what I'm saying.
If
Like,
we grew up in the forest, we'd be different too, you know?
brother,
That'd be crazy.
the things we would be doing. Like, when I was in Sri Lanka, this homeless guy had a fucking snake on around his neck, right? I wanted to hold it, but I was pussying out. I wasn't like.
How the hell did?
I wanted to hold this snake. I don't know. It was just weird. I felt like if I was my bro and shit, I would have held it, but it was just me and my mom.
It's gonna be like, mom.
Right. But like, if we grew up in the forest, that should be normal.
Okay.
It wouldn't even matter to us. They even like, I always found it weird in elementary school when I see people picking up worms and shit. Like, how you touching that? Like, why are you on some weird shit? Put that shit down.
What are you doing, bro? Cause an animal.
For real, like.
No cap, man. You thought that's so.
But like,
weird.
that's normal shit. You know, like even like when you're doing fishing, you're gonna touch the worm and you're gonna put it on the hook. Yeah.
Is it, it's all about like when you're used to, like when you grew up doing something.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. But no cap, I swear parents be having the funniest stories ever, fam. I swear. It's just one story, my dad, man. We still can remember the actual points we were saying.
My dad would tell me stories. It's not a funny story, but I would just laugh at it. Because, like, you know, when he tries to open up to you, it's just a funny thing.
No, dads, when I tell you the stories, fam, it's just the funniest things, fam.
The man told me, like, when he left the country, it was wartime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was, like, around the age, like, where you would join the military.
Good job, yeah.
Yeah, so they told him that they locked his ass up before he cut out. And he's telling me they're beating him up and shit. I'm laughing.
He's folded up.
He's getting folded in the bed.
Oh, you laughing?
I'm laughing. Like, I'm not laughing in his face.
But
I'm trying to, like, I'm trying to hold it in type shit.
Oh, my gosh. At least he was banging out, man. If he was banging out,
Holy, they would have smoked him if he was banging out. You just had to hug it. You had to hug it and leave, yeah.
I was doing fudge.
Holy fuck. Those wartime stories are mad though. Like my mom, she didn't really grow up. She grew up in the city, right? Like she's from the same village that my pops is from, but her family would be in the city most of the time, so she didn't really see the fighting a lot. But on my dad's side, they seen everything. Like my mom would tell me how my granny, my pops, his sister and shit, one day they would leave the village, bodies everywhere, bruv.
Mad.
Yeah.
That's insane. You see that stuff?
Yeah. See that shit is it's fucking insane. We can't even imagine. Like, imagine we grew up in the hood. Like, yo, I'm hard. What the fuck? I never seen some bullshit like that.
Not even, fam. You think so, fam? Just caught on a gun or whatever, fam. But to see bodies like of mans like you knew, fam.
Innocent people too. It's
Just
not
on
even
the
like
ground. Yeah.
it's not like a gang beef. You see, okay, this guy
Yeah,
jumped
like
off the
shot,
porch.
yeah.
Of course, he knows what's gonna happen to him.
Facts, fam.
This is innocent people getting fucking shelled. Like they're getting bombarded by fucking shrapnel and shit. They were bombing hospitals. Yeah, it's crazy.
The world sometimes, man, is just
Oh my god.
ugly.
Oh my god. You ever heard about? I know you heard about it, the Trojan War. You think it's a myth or you think it's real?
Nah, I think that's real, man.
You know the story though?
Yeah.
What's
But the
this?
Trojan horse, right?
Yeah, the Trojan.
Yeah, I believe that.
You really believe that? Like they
tactics,
built a
man.
horse and then they.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it too. So that's a
Cause
mod
like
one.
that's
That's such a mod one, yeah.
that is so smart, fam. Like, oh, they sent you this as a was it a peace offering or something, or like something.
It's
like
like a gift.
yeah. Here you go. Man's
And the
in
man
there
are inside,
waiting.
we're just waiting.
When everyone's calm, packed
those
up the
video
man.
fan, those fucking the memes that I be seeing about that shit. Like imagine you're in the Trojan horse with your homie and he's giving you that look.
See, man,
He's about to die, fam.
but you don't laugh. It's trying to sneak in. No cap, fam. Some of I think those are facts, though. Yo, that part is smart, though. Whoever came up with that shit, yo,
Yeah, for real.
you're tactically.
What do you mean? Like, yo,
intelligent.
broskies, go build them a horse. Just listen to what I'm saying, fam. Build
Pretty
them a
much
horse and just hop
something
in.
else, yeah. All man just hop in the back. Chill out.
Imagine the guy that seen it, the man that opened the doors.
Might
Like,
get
was that a horse? Nah, to open the doors to the gate to let the horse in, to roll that shit in.
Yeah.
Yo, is that a horse? Man's roll that shit in. Like, yo, we're looking clean right now. Motherfuckers go to sleep, they get cooked.
We're gonna get in. How did they get in?
That's crazy tactics, though.
No cap, I'm there. They know what they're doing still. They had the right loadout still. Their loadout was serious. Their loadout was serious.
That's so mod, fam.
That's OP, man. Because like, you're chilling. You're not preparing for nothing, right? So everyone's just like, calm, right? Think everything's blast.
And they popped out in the nighttime, so everyone's just
Everyone's
sleep.
sneaking. Everyone getting
You
chopped
start,
up.
you start lighting buildings on fire.
Cooked you, fam. That's insane.
Holy fuck. Oh, else. Greek myths are pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
King Midas.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one where Poseidon, something with Poseidon or Zeus? Who was that?
I think it was Poseidon. He thought it was a gift. Everything he would touch would turn to gold.
Oh, yeah.
But then, like, obviously that shit gets out of hand real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he ended up touching his daughter, and she turned into like a gold statue.
That's mad.
Yeah.
I don't know all that.
Obviously that shit's not real, but it's a story about greed, right? Obviously, if you're too greedy, then you're gonna lose everything.
Yeah, there's always like something behind it. That's facts. Yeah. About Hercules and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Hercules and his 12 trials.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't
Shit's
he pack his? I think he packed his family, right?
yeah.
Didn't your background was kind of like Kratos' story?
That's probably where they got it from.
Because didn't Kratos out of rage he packed?
Even in God of War 3, when you're fighting Hercules, he says that shit. He's like, when Zeus had you becoming the God of War, Broski had me like cleaning stables and shit. Because that was one of his trials, was to clean like a horse stable.
Like what?
Yeah. Well, he did a mod though, because apparently that shit was nasty as fuck. And what he did was, instead of cleaning it himself, he found some river, and he diverted the river to go through the stables, and it cleaned it.
Smart guy, man.
Yeah.
Didn't he pack some lions, something like that?
Yeah, the Nemean lion.
Nemean lions. So. There was some fat lion, huh?
Greece had lions at the time too.
Hmm?
Greece had lions at the time too.
Mm-hmm.
This is when lions were a little more widespread.
The lions were in one place, man.
Now it's just Africa, right? And one small pocket in India has lions. Crazy shit still.
You have to pack them up a little bit still. They get a little crazy. You have to make way still. Because we'd have been cooked.
Nah, you think we should still keep packing them up though? Like, if you think about it, what kind of animals do we really have over here?
Here?
Yeah. Fucking nothing. Right? But then they preach
The blue jay, fam.
to people, like to places in Africa and Asia, don't kill your wildlife. They're gonna go
Right.
extinct. But then you come over here, right?
We're packing everything.
We don't got nothing over here. Like maybe if you go out west, you're gonna see bears and stuff like that, right? But that's only now, recently. Like you see those videos of motherfuckers going bison hunting and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mountains of skulls. It's crazy still.
Hypocrites, man.
Oh my god, you know what's a crazy myth? Sun Wukong? The Monkey King?
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. You know why it's gonna be crazy?
What?
There's a game coming out.
Mad.
Yeah, the game's gonna go
Ah, that would go crazy now and stuff. I heard about the monkey. I heard about that stuff. Monkey King. Did you have like a staff or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. It's basically the same as Goku staff. It would go fucking start extending.
Mm. Oh, I guess where that kind of came from too.
That's exactly where it came from.
Oh, what is it? Yeah.
That's why
Goku's a
his name starts with Son Goku.
Son Goku. Okay.